I see Bitcoin sort of testing 20,000 all the time, getting a lot of resistance there. Seems to be holding the 2023 area. Still very profitable for Bitcoin miners that are currently mining at about 7,000 per coin at scale. And so there has been a knee-jerk reaction against Bitcoin miners lately because of ESG concerns, but they're also self-correcting by getting into nuclear and hydropower, which is plentiful in some countries like Norway. Now, crypto itself desperately needs policy. It needs regulation. And there was a bill just 2 weeks ago that was contemplated being pushed through, not on Bitcoin, just stable coins as payment systems. And as you know, that's been a very volatile area. That bill, that initiative, has been stalled till September. But I think there's a 50-50 chance that we will have policy on basically stable coins tied to the US dollar. And let me explain specifically why I think it's going to happen. There is a turf war going on between the SEC and every other regulator as regards to crypto, NFTs, tokens, all of this stuff. And so the smart regulators, the policymakers, are saying, well, wait a second, let's pick one outcome. Let's just do payment systems, just like a credit card, a Visa card, or a money market fund, which has very limited flexibility in terms of what you can hold in it, basically T-bills and dollar for dollar cash. Same thing with a payment system like a stable coin. If that policy comes down, let's say it gets done in September, that's a signal to the market that we're starting to break open the logjam on policy making. And I'm very, very optimistic. In fact, on August 3rd, I'll be addressing the bipartisan legislature in Colorado, specifically in Denver, on this issue. Very rare to get all of the policymakers in one room, both sides of the aisle and their staff. This is what they want to talk about, the digital economy and policy on digital currency. I'm one of the people going there to address them. I'm very proud to be doing it. But the point is they want policy. We're finally getting something to happen here, I think. No, we took a hit. We were at 20, and then it grew up to 23%. Then it went down to 16% of the portfolio. I mean, it was really volatile. But I've always said, you're going to get this volatility in an ASN industry that's not regulated because there's no institutional bid. So probably at the low, we're at 15%. We lost, 40% of the value. And now we've come back up on some projects. And they haven't all come back at the same pace. The big players, the big market cap names like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, like Solana, like Polygon, HBAR, in some cases we doubled down. We took advantage of the extreme volatility in the large cap names like ETH and like Bitcoin. Why not add to the position if you're going to stay long? But, everybody trying to manage this space, I don't care who you are, if you tell me you made money in the last 90 days, I know you're lying. You've lost money and you're just averaging down, hoping for this to climb back up. If you'd owned these positions for more than 2 years, you're basically in a break-even situation. So this asset class is not correlated with anything, as people thought. It's not correlated with inflation yet, but the real problem, and every time you and I talk about this, it's really a gauge on where the institutional buyer is. And right now, zero. They have no Bitcoin. Anybody that tells you the institutions, the sovereigns own it is full of poo-poo.